everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Hope everything's going your way today. Today, I'm coming to you with not one, not two, but 3 eye looks. Yes, today I'm coming to you with 3 eye looks, swatches, and a review of the Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1 by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yes, the ABH Norvina Volume 1 palette. So, if you want to see how the palette performs and get my take on this here palette, then just keep on. Everybody, let's get started. Man. Okay, guys, so yeah. Guys, I'm not going to bore you with much small talk today because your girl's pretty anxious to get this video up for you guys. And not just because I really love connecting with you guys, my peeps, every chance I get, but also because I want you guys, my peeps, to be well informed before you make a purchase. And anyone who's watched my videos for any period of time already knows if there are absolutely 2 things that I love in a palette, it would be pinks and purples. Nice, bright, vivid colors. So needless to say, guys, when I saw the advertisement using this palette, your girl just had to get it. First, let's talk about the packaging. The packaging is really cute. It has ABH Norvina Collection written in black in the front of a pretty purple palette with gold detailing. And unlike the normal velvety packaging that Anastasia Beverly Hills usually use, this palette is plastic. And on the back of the palette, you'll find a symbol letting you know the palette is vegan, also cruelty-free. The ABH pays for the recycling of their own products. There's an 18-month shelf life. You'll find where the palette was distributed, as well as Anastasia Beverly Hills website. The net weight of the shades is 1.8 grams / 0.063 ounces each. And it's on the back of the unit card itself that you'll find the ingredients in each one of the shades, as well as which shades are not for use in the immediate eye area. Which by the looks of it, guys, appears to be almost the whole palette. The palette has a very nice sized mirror. And when you open up the palette, here are the colors. Would you look at them? Would you look at them? Would you look at them? The palette has 25 shades. 8 of the shades appear to be shimmers, and the rest are all mattes. And guys, when looking at the color story of this palette, it's quite beautiful, innovative, and it appears to cover all bases. You have a nice red, pinks, and purples, as well as nice pops of color that are currently on trend right now. And you even have a few warm tones sprinkled here and there. And after using almost every single shade in the palette, I must admit that me and this here palette have quite the love-hate relationship. Because although the palette has a beautiful color story and quite pigmented and high-quality shadows, I found that because most of the mattes in this palette are indeed pigments, it deems the palette not so beginner or user-friendly. At least for me, not upon initial use of the palette. First, let's talk about the mattes. Overall, for the mattes to be mostly pigments, I did find overall that the shades were easy to blend and quite pigmented. However, when using this shade D4, I found it to be pretty problematic. Because even though with shades as pigmented as the ones in this palette, you can expect some fallout. Fallout of that blue shade D4. Because unlike other mattes in the palette that are quite smooth and easily blendable, I found D4 to be a lot less loosely pressed. And powdery is all get out. So much, guys, that I almost gave up on my first eye look, which you will see during the demo. So I would say, guys, when using D4, as well as the other mattes in the palette, you most definitely want to dip your brush in with a light hand and definitely tap off the excess. And while it is okay to prep your lid with a tacky base, you most definitely want to make sure your base is not too wet, because if your base is too wet, it can render quite difficult to blend out the line of demarcation between each shade. And that doesn't at all speak to the quality of the shadows, but more so speaks to the performance of a pigment. Now let's talk about the shimmers. The shimmers are back. Once you find the right technique for the shadows, the shimmers are back. After using every single shimmer in the palette, I have concluded, at least for me, trying to apply them with a dry brush is absolutely positively not an option. Because in my experience, every single shimmer in the palette is either too tightly pressed or too loosely pressed. I found that when using A1, A4, and D1, it was best to wet my brush because they're so tightly pressed. Whereas with all the other shimmers in the palette, I found it best to use a glitter glue with those shades because they're so loosely pressed and render quite a bit of fallout. But again, guys, once I found the technique that worked for me, I grew quite fond of the palette. And lastly, guys, for any of you out there who've seen videos on the tube, letting you know that you absolutely, positively, most definitely can create simple and wearable eye looks with this palette. Scratch that. Put this shade D3 or D5 or B5 all over the lid. Lay any of those shades over the entire eye or just run them through the crease with a wing. And you'll have a simple bomb.com eye look. And with the exception of B3 and D2, pop any of the other shimmers on your lid or simply pop the shimmers in the inner corner of your all matte eye look, and you'll take your eye look from neutral to neutral glam. All that to say, guys, that you absolutely don't have to limit yourself to unwearable eye looks should you decide to purchase the Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 1 palette. So now for the $1 million question. Do I recommend the Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 1 palette? If you're someone looking for a palette that you can open up for the first time and start using without getting acquainted or learning techniques for the palette, then I would say this palette's probably not for you. But if you're someone like me who absolutely loves Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows and Norvina and the color story, refuses to give up until you get it right, and absolutely loves the challenge, this palette is definitely, absolutely, positively for you. So now that we got that part done, enough all the yapping. First, we're going to get into the swatches, and then we're going to get into the eye looks. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It only gets greater later, guys. It only gets greater later. So until next time, guys, stay real, stay positive, stay up, and damn it, you better watch, fight, and pray. Let's get into these swatches, though. Holla! You got A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, D1, D2, D3, D4. D5, E1, E2, E3, E4, and E5. I kind of don't like what I got going on right out here, but we're going to try and fix this. What's the next move? No, that's not working. That's not going to work for me because I'm going to tell you why. What makes it so bad? It's bad because it's too loose. That's too loose. So basically, we can't use the orange. No, we can't do that right now. That blue is horrible. This blue is bad. Now I'm mad. Because it's just bad. And I'm telling it. I'm telling it all. It's no sooner than I finish this fight. Look. I'm telling it all. So we can only do those two because anything else, this blue gonna fall. And it's going to create a finesse. We're definitely regrouping on this shit. But I ain't gonna give up. I ain't gonna give up the look. I was going to, but changed my mind. What I'm gonna give up for? Ain't no need to give up. What you gonna give up for? We ain't gonna give up. But this blue is on some crap. So might as well do it all the way. Ain't got no choice. Oh, that look muddy. Muddy AF, okay? Muddy the house. That's my own mistake. I knew better than to put that there. Lily, you should just stuck to your pink, okay? What can I do to fix this? I don't really know what to put over this shade. But I know I need to do something because this look needs saving. We're going to try to do this. Hold on. If I put this here, let's see what it do. Okay. But I'm not doing it over. We ain't going to, I'm not going over it. We're not doing this over. I'm not doing this over. So, we're going to have to make this work. I'm going to have to regroup. That yellow has no place in this outlook. I thought it would, but no, it don't. And I'm not taking this off. We gonna do this. We working it out with what I got. I'm not doing nothing else. No. We going right over that yellow.
you.